Human. Be human. Don't talk about the theater like this. Like, I saw you at the Met. You looked fabulous. You looked fabulous. I saw I saw you at the Met and you looked fabulous. On Ziegler, she's making the right sounds now and can appreciate the course correction, but at the same time, I've already seen what she really thinks.
Yeah. It's hard.
Listen, I respect that, man. I respect that. You know, we were gonna do a video the reaction to that Ziegler and her talking to the Little Mermaid, and and I saw all you guys, all our buddies doing the thing, doing the reactions and all that stuff. I'm just like, I watched the whole thing. I listened to the whole thing.
Ooh.
Okay, I don't have a problem with the majority of what they were saying as two actors talking to each other, which I always think is a very kind of like, if you aren't fans of theirs
Yeah.
and if you're not an actor, those conversations are really, really schmactery. Like they're for they're for like this is the audience that the you know. So it's a little it can be very self-indulgent. Hello, oh my god. We only got when I first saw you, I saw you at the Met. This is like the first part of it.
Right.
And oh my god, we were only given one ticket each.
Oh,
Because at the Met, they don't do plus one. And
the
I'm like, these
inhumanity.
little but yeah, listen, I didn't take it seriously, man. I'm like, they're young starlets. The only part that I found interesting, so to me, it was like a lot of it, Fletcher was forgettable.
Okay.
Because, in my dealings with actors and and even with living with one, we can we run across those types all the time. Those types of people.
Right.
I mean, they're kind of living their own movie in reality. We're just like,
Yeah.
now that being said, there was one interesting moment where the two talked about their anxiety and that they
Mm.
only feel, you know, they only feel normal, or they feel sane and when they're singing, when they're performing. I get it. That was a real moment. That was a
Mhm.
real moment. Like that's you talk to a lot of actors like that. That's 100%. You know, so that was a little insight. Most of it was pretty forgettable. Um, but I was like, oh, okay. I mean, because these are singers. These kids are, they're young, very young adults that they've been singing since they were kids. That's all they've known.
Right.
So that makes sense. I would say that they really need to take a lesson from how other young actors like them that are in that range, how they operate and maneuver with press, with social media.
Right.
Because I think at one point they were saying like, oh, the hate, like ignore the hate. It's like, well, you know what you're doing when you're fanning the flames with
Yeah.
some of the posts.
Yeah.
And your generation is so connected to social media, you
Right.
know what you're doing. You
Yeah.
know what you're doing.
Exactly.
And you didn't do it just once,
Right.
twice, three times a Ziegler. I love you.
Yes, you
You did it.
do.
You did it many times. And listen, Rachel. I do think you're very talented. But listen, dog. You keep fucking up like that. It makes it hard for someone to back you up,
Right.
because you're just never gonna win when you're attacking fans like that.
Right.
You
It just
know,
feels like they
so
have. It just feels like they have to sit down with somebody like Romy, with Chelsea, with Mr. Ortiz. That that's out, like the OGs, that been there, and you got to say, okay, yeah,
Mhm.
this is how you handle X. It's like you don't make it about yourself, make it about the craft, and
And
then
I
you know,
yeah. So I think for the most part with how Rachel was doing with her Hunger Games press, she got it. I think in this variety thing, and listen, I find most of what those, like I said, actors talking with actors, I don't even watch them. I don't watch
mm,
them unless it's like Denzel or
right,
it's Michael Mann talking to Christopher Nolan, like
right,
that, like Tarantino. Um, but for the most part, man, celebrities like that are it's pretty grating to listen to. It's not like
mm,
talking and listening to John Ortiz.
right,
I mean,
yeah,
or Romy or Manny Perez or most of these actors that we've had that have come on.
right,
Um, but also too, I think it's with variety, they spoon feed them the you kind of like the woke talking points, and you're just like, well, what else do you expect that they're gonna say?
right,
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
So that's my take on that variety actors on actors. I think that whole thing is a freaking it's kind of infuriating
wow,
for the most part. But yeah, that's what I got from because I did listen to the whole thing. I was on a long drive somewhere. I don't remember. It's like, oh, it's 40 minutes. Okay, let me listen to it.
oh my gosh,
Yeah. But like I said, most of it's forgettable. I
right,
did find what they're talking about with their anxiety. That is real. You do escape when you're performing, when you're singing. Cool. Cool.
right,
You know, that's where you're human. Be human. Don't talk about the theater like this. Like, I saw you at the Met. You looked fabulous. You looked fabulous. I saw I saw you at the Met and you look fabulous. You know, l- l- listen to John talk about the theater, and you're just like, yeah. But you listen to these bozos talking about going to the Met and only having one ticket. It's like, yo,
right,
you're living a fantasy, right?
right,
So, know that your fans love that and, thank them. This is like, hey, I'm having a great life. I'm having this, I'm having that. Um, you look ravishing. You look ravishing. What
wow,
was it? What was it? You look marvelous. Yes, marvelous.